Google reviews. We improved. Um, and obviously you've seen we won an award for having the best reviews as a brokerage in Dorchester. Come on, drop another seven. That's huge. And whoever say, ooh, made that noise, you could do it again. That's another huge. That's on customer service. That's not on transactions. It's not on who closed the most. It's customer service. Who made the client feel the best? Who gave the best experience? That is huge. Drop a seven for that. Drop a seven. All right. So, but on the other side, I believe the last time I checked, we had 136 reviews on Google, and that's for the entire 10 years. We closed over 200 transactions in 2025. So now I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused where we have only 136 for 10 years, but we closed over 200 transactions in 2025. So that means a lot of you are not asking for reviews. And the reason why we're not getting reviews is either two reasons. Is either no, three reasons. You forget, you don't send the link, which and that's not acceptable. You did a bad job. And you're like, yeah, I'm not sending this link. I don't want you to write a review on me. I did a bad job. Which and that's not acceptable, right? Or you send it out and your client didn't do it, which in why, if you did a phenomenal job, why your client is not giving you a review. So I really need everyone to focus on getting your reviews. This is almost like your resume as well, right? They looking at your reviews. Oh, okay, this person, okay, great. The good thing about these reviews that I see some of y'all doing for this year is turning the reviews into commercials, turning the reviews into content. It's a no-brainer. Going to your review and reading your review and turning that into a video, a reel is dope. It's amazing. So you got to get these reviews. You have to get the review. This is like 136 reviews, but we closed over 200 transactions in 1 year. That doesn't make sense. So let's really focus on our reviews, our Google reviews. I really want everyone to say, you know what, I'm going to get this done. This is going to happen. And, once you get that review, again, that's a great speaking point for your meetings, great speaking point for your content. This is reviews for January. You can let it drop down. Audience could read it. You can have someone else read it, or you could read it. But that's a quick piece of content that you could throw out that someone said about you. That someone said about you. All right. So we did, which in on the other presentation that Angie put together, we'll go over the numbers, but we did it again for 3 years in a row. We went over 100 million in sales. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. Right? Big number, over 101 million down payment assist. I think that's the biggest number thus far when we talk about assistance. And I need you to really understand what that means. I want you to understand what that means. Like we went out and got free money for our clients. Like understand what that just understand we raised over $101 million. I want you to understand because I don't think you understand what you did. Because that's amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations to you all. All right. So let's talk about this partnership. Something's redundant again. Angie had a emergency, so I was like, all right, man, I have to. come work on this Apple and figure it out. Didn't know if she was going to, be in, but I should have known Angie's built for it tough, and she would never let Thumbprint down on myself or herself. So I put this together real quick. So some of it's going to be a little redundant. Um, our partnership. So I know we've been talking about this. I've been yelling this. Let me tell you the real deal with our partnerships. So um, I think November, December, I felt like I don't know. And I can't see your comments at all. I don't even have my mouse. But if you want to say something, just raise your hand. If you have a question, please just raise your hand. Um, or Joanna, you can read the comments or just let me know. All right. So honestly, in November, November I felt stagnant. I felt bored, and I kind of like, where am I don't know how to explain the feelings, but I just felt that I wasn't pushing myself and my creativity wasn't there and not realizing, man, you have Thumbprint. Like take Thumbprint to another level outside of the industry norm. And building this project in Dorchester, I'm like, well, this project don't have a gym. This project don't have this. This project don't have that. And so I was like, wait, what if I start getting things for this project? And then what happened was like, wait, you know, Dorchester Wise said they will give this project access to this. BJ's, which in BJ should have been on. Anyways, BJ said they're gonna give BJ's is here, access to this. And I was like, wait a minute, this can't be this easy. What if I go to these businesses and ask them to give every agent, every client a membership when they close with Thumbprint? And believe it or not, they agreed. So moving forward, every agent, every client, if you don't have if you now you before you get excited, you cannot have a BJ membership if you want one. You cannot have one if you want the free one, and it's just for a year. You cannot have a YMCA membership or Planet Fitness membership. Um, you have to have you have to have you can't have one and then say no. I'm just going to delete this one and now get the free one. You cannot do that. They will shut this partnership down so fast. But this is a real good idea, and then it started opening up doors for other conversations and also other companies that's like, you know what, this is a great idea, I want to be involved. We also now have an organization that's giving men um men the opportunity to they pushing men to purchase homes. So now they will match men $5,000 for their down payment assistance. So and this man don't have to be single. He could have a family, could be married, but they are now wait a minute. Hold on real quick. Charles, did I forget you? I apologize, Chuck. Chuck, are you there?
Yes, I am.
I'm so you know what? I was gonna call your name. Chuck is at my house. And you was doing something. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna call your name now. Chuck, I apologize. Chuck, it's 2026. What it do with the businesses? I know you're doing well, but tell the world how you doing.
Good morning, good morning. Happy New Year. I'm doing great. Hope everybody has a great year this year.
Hey, let's go, let's go. We had a sleepover. The cousins had a sleepover. I'm just saying. But I apologize, Chuck. I'm gonna think like, wait a minute. I apologize, big dog. Um, so we created this partnership, and like I said, other businesses to start adding on and adding on and adding on. I'm like, wait a minute, this is amazing. The good thing about let's talk about BJ's. I get gas from BJ's. It's the cheapest gas around town, and it's quality gas, right? After doing my research, Mobile, BJ's, they getting gas from the same place. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. This is Shell, all from the same place. But BJ's is just cheaper, right? So our idea is when your clients come to Thumbprint, we want them to save about $500 a month. That's our goal, to get them to $500 a month, right? On Because of our memberships, because of our partnerships. So if they're playing Planet Fitness, if they're paying BJ's, um, if they use Dawn Firearms is another one. Dawn Firearms. If they are using Timmy the Tailor, if they are using Shea Butter, if they go into Shea Butter, if they're using Simply Safe, we really want Studio 24. We really want them to look up and say, wait a minute, I go to all these places, but since I'm with Thumbprint, I'm now saving $500 a month. The next big companies are U-Haul and U-Haul, Wayfair. Wayfair acting kind of funny. I don't know about Wayfair, but U-Haul is next. Taina,
Sorry, I couldn't get off. Can you say a little bit more about how to connect our clients to these opportunities? Because I could already hear the questions of, well, I have a BJ's membership, but my sister doesn't. But how do we know that we're connecting? How do we best connect our clients to these number of opportunities?
yep, one, yeah. I don't. If your sister don't have a membership, your sister's not Thumbprint client, so they're not going to get a membership. So that's number one. And so it has to be the person or family. So say for instance, you buy a house, Taina, you and Ty, you will get a membership. So you can't pass it to your sister if you already have a membership. And to answer your second question, if you have a client that is interested in one of the memberships, all you have to do is send an email to not Christian, Vixen. Hey, Vixen, my client is interested in this. And this membership happens when they close, not before. It happens when they close. So, hey, we having this closing on Friday. Um, they are interested in this. I'll tell you, let you know when we close. And it's that simple. Vixen will then tell you what she needs, and kaboom, that's it. Obviously, she would need the name of the client, email, and phone number, and that's it.
And what about
Um,
rentals?
what about rentals? Damn. Unfortunately, I apologize, but rentals didn't make this cut this year. This year, the trial run, rentals didn't make the cut. It didn't make sense financially on both sides. So rentals didn't make the cut this year. If it goes well, not sorry, when it goes well, we probably could get rentals in June. And the reason why we decided to do it this way, uh, homeowners is just sometimes a little bit more responsible and will take advantage of the actual memberships. And we really want to show these companies that they picked the right company to partner with. So I feel like I wanted to bet on the homeowners first. All right. The three P's. We came up with this phenomenal framework. It is simple, everyone. Don't even, this is so simple. When you talk about real estate or you talk to your clients, we broke it down very simple. One day I was talking to Taylor and we just chatting. I was like, yeah, wealth brokerage. Yeah, we should do this. And it just hit me. What if we operate as a wealth brokerage and not only a real estate brokerage? Because what happens is this, and drop a seven or talk about this. We go through a transaction, and at the end of the transaction or a couple of years later, the client goes, man, I wish I bought this kind of home. I wish I knew I could have bought a three family. I wish I knew this and that. But we didn't even ask the questions. They came to us and said, yeah, I got a pre-approval for a single family. This is what I'm buying. This is what where we want to buy. And we said, okay. We just said, okay, okay, cool. No problem. So moving forward, we just want to plan, right? We just want to talk. Let's talk about their future, where they want to, how they want to retire, and when they want to retire, and what does retirement look like for them, right? So that's this plan, right? And this is how this. I'm gonna make it very simple, all right? Um, Joel,
Yes, I'm here.
all right. So Joel, you're the client. I'm Alex C. Edwards from Thumbprint Realty, right?
Yes.
So you want to purchase a home. So Joel, how you doing today?
All right. How's everything?
You doing all right, man? You suck line already. Jesus, I'm joking. But yeah, so I'm so excited that you want to purchase a single family home. Can I ask you a question? Why you want to purchase a single family home for your first home?
Well, because usually, okay, I want to purchase a single family home for my first home because I have, I want to move in with my wife.
Okay, and you cannot do that in a multifamily.
Well, I mean, I never thought about it, but I was thinking, I want a family life. I want to create, something for me and my family, and raise my kids. So I was thinking more of a single, but I'm
Got it.
open to
Okay,
options. So
perfect.
let
And
me
so,
know if
okay, great. And so, where do you see your life when you turn 50 years old? Do you see you working, ready to retire? What's the plan?
I want to be done working by the time I turn 50.
Got it. Okay, great, great. So, what if I show you how to make that happen through real estate? But we have to make sure your first purchase is the right purchase. And it might not be a single family, but I could show you how other homes will pay for that single family. Where if we buy multifamilies first, you can actually get a bigger single family and not pay for it. How does that sound?
That sounds great. I'm ready to listen. How can we make that happen?
Okay, and believe it or not, it's easier to buy a bigger home, a multifamily, than a single family. So again, I rather you spend the down payment assistance, the 3.5, put it down on a bigger home that's more expensive than your single family. Sounds like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. The only problem is, I'm gonna be honest with you. From my lender, I didn't get approved for multi. I got it approved for single family.
No problem. I'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
All right. So thank you, Joel. So that's just a plan. I just want you to have the conversation. Just have the conversation. Right. And some people are gonna say, you know what? That's nah, I don't want to be a landlord. And I never want to be a landlord. And that's okay. But have the conversation, people. Have the conversation. We do not want to go through 2026 when your client comes and say, hey, yeah, my agent never said anything to me about that. Yeah, I went to one of your seminars. Hey, I heard you on social media, Alex. I work with one of your agents. They never said that to me. And believe it or not, this happens all the time. To me, I'm like, and I don't understand, why aren't you educating your clients? Right? So it's simple. When you speak to your client, when you do that buyer questionnaire, seller questionnaire, just have understand their plan. Where do they want to see their life? And just create a plan for them. They do not know better, right? Let's talk about purchase, right? We're just gonna purchase now. We're gonna purchase or sell. That's simple. We're gonna purchase, sell. We have a plan. Now we're gonna purchase, sell. Number three, protect estate planning. What? How can they protect their purchase, and how can we help them? How can we help them? Estate planning is so important. Our clients should be leaving the closing with an estate plan. With an estate plan, honestly, because we already told them in step one about estate planning and why it's important, trusts and estates. So they should be protected. They could leave the clothes and get hit by, God forbid, get hit by a car. And that's it. they're in probate. They could leave the closing in the next 10 years, something happened to them. It's so you are the person that they are going to count on. When it comes to real estate, they think you know everything. And it's so important to guide them. You do not want your clients to say, I wish I knew that. I wish someone told me. That's unfair to them. So it's very important, right? It's going to be simple. Do not overthink this. And we'll keep practicing. We'll go over this. Look, let's talk about the plan. Where do you see yourself? What do you want to do? 2, we're going to purchase and sell. 3, we're going to create your estate planning. Or we selling your home, we're going to make sure that you don't pay a lot in capital gains. Well, Alex, how do I know this information? I we put a group of people together that you are now seeing a resource where you can ask questions. They will be on Gem Drop. They will break down everything. Hey, this is how our clients is going to save in capital gains. This is how we put a trust together so they can save in capital gains. This is how they put a regular trust together. I created a template, a trust template that's Joanne and I, that's better than the Rockefellers. Yeah, I said it. Guarantee. It's easy. You copy the Rockefellers and then you add everything else. It's 2026. So, of course, we're going to improve it, right? But when people get trust, they just go get a trust and say, yeah, I want my trust. This is what I want, blah, blah, blah. I promise you, I'm telling you the truth. When you create a trust, the attorney that's creating a trust sometimes don't even know what you need. They'll just give you a basic trust. And God forbid something happens to you, your children get the money right away and they blow it and that's it, done deal. Or they get some homes and they sell it right away, done deal. A trust, you should be able to trust your beneficiaries with this particular trust, but you have to leave instructions. All right. Any questions before we move on? All right, boom. Again, another framework we broke, in 2026, I want to break everything down in threes to make it very simple, right? We will lead with confidence. And how we lead with confidence is we have to educate ourselves. We have to educate ourselves, right? We have to educate. Education is so important. That's how you feel confident, point blank. Is when you know something, it's you could argue. Men, we argue about sports, we argue about weird stuff because we think we know everything. We're like, oh, nah, I know this. And that's the confidence that's come out. That's the emotions. No, I know this. I could argue all day about this. Well, I need you to do that with real estate. I want you to be so confident in real estate where you could argue about it. You could say, hey, this is my point. You can negotiate and feel strong and feel mighty and win that negotiation for your client. But it starts with confidence, right? It starts with a pure mindset, right? Then you have to be consistent. We need you to be consistent. Like, consistency, it's like the weapon, right? You have to be consistent. You got to keep doing the same thing. You're consistent. How consistent you are will show you and the world where you're going, and you can see the results based on your consistency. But you can't do it. Oh yeah, this is when I'm going to do it when I feel like it. You have to be consistent, right? Creativity, that's just being you. The best thing God has ever give you is the ability to be you, to use your gifts. I'm not a runner, but you heard Nikki's like, yo, I have to pay. I'm going to pay a train. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be myself. This is what I want to do. I'm not Nikki. And I'm not going to say now I want to be Nikki for 2026. I want to be Alex E. Edwards. And I want you to be yourself. But you got to show up to the party. You have to show up to the party. You don't need to be like anyone else in Thumbprint. You just need to be yourself. But you need to be confident, consistent, and creativity and have creativity. That makes sense? Drop a 7 if that makes sense. Right? It's a simple framework that you could just follow. Like, don't think about it. We want to make this very easy for you. Don't even think about it. Simple framework. You have to be, if you say, oh, I wonder why I'm not consistent. Well, are you even confident in what you're trying to be consistent in? Man, I don't know what to do. All right, let's just think about who are you? What you want to do? EJ said, yo, veterans, that's what I want to do. So he could be creative in that space. This is what I want to do. I want to focus on that. That's the EJ. Great, EJ. We are cheering for you. So he's gonna learn everything about VA. He's gonna be very confident. We're gonna call EJ at the end of this month. Hey, EJ, I have a question about VA loans. He's going to be so confident to answer that question because he did the work. He did the work. And then he's gonna say, all right, I'm gonna be so consistent. I'm gonna be so consistent because I did the work and I know exactly what to do. And now I'm gonna do the videos. Why? Because now EJ said, man, people been hollering at me, reaching out to me. Oh, I'm gonna kill the game. All I need to do is be consistent. Oh, yes, it's over. Oh, I'm gonna be creative. I'm gonna be creative. I'm gonna wear my nice clothes. I like looking good. I'm gonna say it this way. I love church. I might even add the church into it. Like this is what he's gonna do, and he's gonna create that plan. And what's gonna follow? Currency, right? Um, let's talk about last year, right? Interest rates average around I want to say 6.5, around 7 last year. This year we're thinking about interest rates being low six. Um, and I'm honestly, I think we might see high fives, to be honest with you. To really be honest with you. Um, and I honestly think the 6% is becoming the norm. Like everyone's like, you know what, this is it. This is what it is. I'm just gonna buy a house. I'm not gonna wait and then say, hey, I'm gonna wait until the market crash. I'm gonna make it till the market drop and go buy a house. This is the normal. I'm gonna go purchase a home, right? What's interesting is housing permits. It's down 44% from 2021. Don't look at that and say, oh man, people are not building anymore. But really look at it this way. If everyone was building and it increased since 2021, I think Boston went crazy, right? Massachusetts went crazy. There just might not be a lot of projects at this moment, and that's why it dropped from that 44%. Like this is right. Let's be honest. Let's just think about it. If there's no more land or not as much, or it's not a lot of projects, you definitely going to slow down. Definitely going to slow down. Definitely going to slow. It just makes sense. Now, what I also think, which we'll go over that real quick. Let me just go over it now. Hold on. Let's get that. All right, cool. Here we go. So, what I do know is we have the ADU program, and I believe that's going to pick up dramatically. And there's a couple of ways it's going to pick up, and we'll get to that. But let's just talk about 2025 baby boomers. Baby boomers, there was 53% of the market. 53% of the market. 53% of the market. Right? So if I was marketing, it's a no-brainer to say, you know what, forget about the millennials, forget about Gen Z. I'm just going to focus on the baby boomer. 53% of the market in 2025, either selling or buying. Half of the market. Half of the market. So some of us are millennials talking about, yeah, I'm just going to market to my friends. I'm going to market. Well, you missed a big pie. 53% of the market. And then let's talk about married couples. 69% of the market. Median age, 64. So again, if I'm using the three C's, I'm like, all right, I'm confident. I got the information. I'm confident. Okay, I gotta put the plan together. So my plan is this. I need to focus on the baby boomers that's married around 60 to 70. I'm going to focus on. Between 60 and 70, I'm going to focus on. I'm going to market. I'm going to see what they read. I'm going to see where they hang, what they watch. I'm going to be in front of their face. If they playing bingo, I'm going to be there. They're playing solitaire. I'm going to be there. This is a no-brainer. This is a roadmap. If anyone's even paying attention, this is a simple roadmap. This is stats. No bluff. This is stats. Right? These are stats. So again, no-brainer. No-brainer. Now, what's at an all-time high is people holding on to their homes much longer. Much longer. Right? Why is that? Can anyone tell me why people are holding on to their homes much longer?
Hey Alex, I'll jump in. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Um, what I have found is that a lot of people that purchase their home, they got really good interest rates. So I think a lot of people had lower interest rates, even if they bought right around COVID or after COVID. I think a lot of people were just like, all right, we're not giving up this interest rate. And then for a lot of the baby boomers, I think too with them, even if they want to downgrade or if they want to go someplace, what I've experienced is they're like, I'm not paying that price for this house. Like they just feel like the house prices are super high compared to what they purchased for back in the day, and they just can't see themselves spending that amount of money again. So that's what I've seen with the clients that I work with.
And you are 100% right. One, they're not letting go of that rate. Of course, mortgage before marriage. I love mortgages before marriage. Of course, we all know that. So I have to do a lot of research when I'm one of my goals this year is to write more blogs for companies when we talk about this finances and love and stuff like that. So I had to write something for a magazine last week, and so I had to do some research. So do you know there are it's a high percent. I want to say it was like 58, but is a high percent where people are getting divorced but still staying together. The highest it ever been, ever. They are still staying together because they cannot afford to separate. They're not selling their homes. They're like, nah, I don't like you, you don't like me, but we can't be broke. You sleep in the basement. We're not together. We're roommates now.
Alex, is it the same concept as in the chapter in the book? I'm in a relationship that I'm too broke to leave. I'm rephrasing it,
Correct.
but yeah. But it's
Correct.
the same concept, except not as like malevolent, meaning like it's not like in a bad sense. It's like we want to divorce, we want to separate, but we literally can't like afford to go nowhere.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. And so again, it's always important to plan because if they I really think every couple should say, all right, maybe we should buy the multifamily first. If we could buy it together, if we could buy it separately, great. If we can't, let's buy it together. And why I say that, well, guess what? Is a lot of these couples, they are in single families. They can't leave. These are a lot of them are single family homes. So they're trapped with that first decision. So that's why that planning with your clients is very important. All right. So for sale by owners at an all-time high, they are using agents, right? We talk about 90, they start out, oh, I want to sell on my own, and they then convert to using the agent. 91% use the agent. Record high. 91%. So we all the rules they put in place, and everyone's saying, oh, the brokerage is done, the agent industry is real estate industry is done when it comes to agent. Actually, is a high is a they set we set records now. Right? I know a lot of you was worried, oh, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. All time high. All time high. Last year we were listing at a good point Um, again, home sell at 99% of its list price. Congratulations. That's just amazing. And I'm saying congratulations, like we own the entire market. But this is just good stats to think about and create your plan for 2026. Again, if we you heard EJ, man, y'all been talking to me for years of talking about stay focused, stay that go down one lane. You one person can say, you know what, for January, I'm only focused on baby boomers that are married, that between 60 and 70. You will have success. Not should, you will have success based on the stats. You will have success. But if you're jumping, hey, I want to advertise to 21, I want to advertise to someone that's 100, I want to advertise to someone that's 30, I don't know what you're doing. All right. Job of seven for the women in the building. All right. So, who single women, Gen Z leads 30% are single women buyers, right? Single females. Um, congratulations, congratulations. Again, the reason why I was sitting here putting this together, and I went down I went down a hole, but if I'm thinking about marketing, single women are killing the market 30%. Okay. Well, 30%. All right, cool. That's another marketing lane. Now, men, we at 37%, but we're more likely to get to buy with someone else, which and that's okay. That's great. We're like, oh, we ain't ready to do this on our own. Hey, you wanna cop something with me? Um, and again, married couples is at 62%. 62%. So again, we're talking about marketing. I'm in mortgage before marriage. Look, I help individuals become financially secure before marriage and help married people stay married by improving their finances. That's my lane. That's my lane. I'm sticking to it, and that's that. Point blank. Especially looking at these numbers. I knew these numbers already, but I need to really focus on this particular lane, right? Makes sense. We're talking about buyers. Gen Z, well, transactions, Gen Z, 3%, millennials, 29%, baby boomers, 42% between the ages 60 and 78. Again, if you feel lost right now, say, I don't know where to start, who to market to, please, you cannot say that after this gem drop. You cannot say it. You cannot. Are you like you're lying to yourself if you say I don't know what to do, I don't know who to market after this gem drop. You just lied to yourself. 42% of buyers between 60 to 78. Unbelievable. Why the I think the rates are high. Guess what? They have the money to go buy that home. They have the money to downsize. They have my last flip, someone downsizing, and they want to pay max, right? But guess what? We didn't get the sell. We didn't know them, but we didn't get the sell on the other side. It's a no-brainer. Any questions? All right. So some rules that, of course, I feel like we was on under attack, can't lie. But anyways, has anyone felt the effects of the new rule changes? Anyone?
I can speak a little.
Okay.
Just, I mean, only with the inspections, I've only so I got one accepted offer at the end of the year. So it just I think it's just a thing. Like I don't feel any type of way about it. I think both parties understand it. And then the commission, it's just interesting not knowing what you're getting into until you start negotiating that part.
And
So, huh?
was it hard? Is it hard?
For the transactions that I've been on, they have not been hard. So I think generally speaking, there's still an offer there for commissions. It's just you never know what rate they're gonna have it at. So that's the point where you need to negotiate.
Yep, yep. After the rules change, 88% of buyers still use agents. 91% of sellers still use agents. Transparency is there. They still using us. Um, we don't have to go over this. So this program is a sleeper. I don't it's anyone used this program before or spoke to any lenders about this particular program, the co-purchasing program?
I've done a couple of webinars on it, but I haven't gotten any clients through it yet.
Okay, and how about and do you already spoke to the lenders?
Yeah, I talked to Vinny.
Okay, perfect. This is going to be huge. In 2026, I'm telling you right now, Shantae, if you already did webinars, let's stay focused. I'm telling you right now, 2000 Gen Z is going to use the co-borrowing program. I promise you this. And Shantae, you were one of the first, or if not first person that did the Section 8. You're the first person that did the Section 8 program, correct?
Yes.
The first person. Now, let me ask you a question. It was that first transaction was a little rough. I remember that first transaction, but
Very rough. Yep.
but if you said nah, F this is where it's at. I'm just gonna plug away. You would have closed a lot more, right? I'm gonna market because at that time no one really knew about the program.
Yeah, I think if I would have marketed more, I definitely would have closed more of them.
You feel me? That's the same thing with the ADUs and the on borrowing programs. I'm telling you that now, and how to market it. This is all Gen Z, a little millennials, but all Gen Z, all day, every day, right? This is just think about it. You're gonna either wait till you get married to buy a home with your spouse, or you're gonna buy a home before marriage with your friend or your parent, your sibling. 61 million Americans now co-own with a non-spouse. If you're not buying this stock in 2026, I don't know what are you doing? I gotta hurry up. I am moving too slow, but no brainer. If you have any questions, if you say, "Hey, I want to focus on this. Where do I go?" Please reach out, um, reach out to myself or send Vixen an email, and I'll send all the information and who's doing what, which lenders. It's going to be very simple to get the information. All right, if you're interested, but no brainer. This is a no, especially in Boston, no brainer. Um, yeah, so ADUs, right? So you could turn a garage, basement, you could split a unit, attic, you could use up to 900 square feet to create this ADU, right? Um, I believe it's still $50,000 that the city of Boston will give you. But this is again another no-brainer. Now, the only number that you need to think about is like, all right, how much does it cost to actually create the ADU, and then what's the rent that's coming back? in some cases, it's smarter to buy a multifamily. Because if you're spending, let's say, $150,000 just to get $1,500 a month, I mean, that's more than a down payment if you buying even a four family. I don't know if that makes sense. So again, this is where it comes to planning, talking to your clients, and is doing the numbers and see what makes sense. Now, it will always make sense if you go buy a home with ADU potential. That's always important. Right. And I want to zoom through this real quick. All right, real quick. So Thumbprint University, which and again we'll go over in the next training, in the next slides, which I'll just stop here, and I could pick it up next week, because I want time for the original slide. Thumbprint University is now here to stay, and we also have a new location. It will not be in the office. It will be at a hotel conference room. This is going to go crazy. Thumbprint University is going to go wild. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a training that you don't want to miss. It's going to be a full week training. We will have another special guest um, at the next training, which is going to be in March. So I'm so excited for Thumbprint University. Again, we're going to talk about it in other slide, and I'm going to actually exit now, and we will finish this off next week. Because again, I just want to get Angie in with the original slide. Some of this stuff going to be redundant where we'll just skip. But Angie, you could now you could take my place. While Angie set up, any questions at all? Was that helpful understanding where the market is going? No, that wasn't helpful. I just wasted my whole time. Wow, I thought I was doing something. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
I was
yes,
putting
that
this
was very
together
helpful.
last night. I was like, yo, I'm gonna hit them in the head with this one. Oh man, let's go down this whole. Oh, what? Let me look at this fact. What? Oh, what? I'm like,
Bro, check the chat. It was very helpful. Very,
oh,
very
okay.
helpful.
I'm a cancer. You know what I'm saying? I just need some support from a family. You dig? You know?
No other brokerage started off this year like this.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Major
thank you.
facts. Major facts. You're doing it like no one else is. You run it like no one else is, so we could all get the
Thank you,
heights that we have never reached before. Yes,
thank
sir.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Nobody does it like you.
Oh,
Ooh, can everyone see my screen?
yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And yes, that was a lot of jam-packed information. I believe one of the questions in the comments, Alex, while you were presenting, is Clarissa had asked, is there anywhere for us to write or read this information?
Yeah, I can send it to you. That's not a biggie. I
Um,
could send it to you, and
No,
also
I
again,
meant a list, like a list of all the whatever it is we're offering.
yeah, yep. So we are creating a which will be done this month, electronic wallet. So just like you have your Apple wallet or your Google wallet, this membership will be in your wallet, and we'll have a landing page. So that's how we will cancel. Say for instance, we have to cancel a membership, or something's wrong with the membership. We could cancel it, we could still control it, or we could add to it. Or we could say, hey, just to let you know, this company no longer want to be in this membership. A lot of these memberships will have a 3-year contract. So yeah, you have a digital wallet, and then you have a landing page to see all the memberships and what we have to offer.
kaboom. Kaboom, kaboom. So announcements and updates. We're getting started right in with the 2025 final numbers. And these were the numbers that were final as of yesterday. And I know that, of course, yesterday was the 4th, so this may be off by a few deals that were pending that a few of you have submitted to me. But as of 254 deals closed, and that is total between the residential and commercial sales, leases, and referrals. We brought in a total sales volume of $102 million. Round that up to 103. We collected 2.3 million in commissions, and we had 100 total lease and 154 total sales. And how that is divvied up, 153 of them residential sales, 91 residential leases, 1 commercial sale, 9 commercial leases, and 54 thumbprint agents.
Boom. Drop a 7. 2 milli income. Man, if I was success, this is why Success Broker ran off. 2 milli? He had 2 million. If he had 2 million in the bag, he's like, I'm gone. 2 milli, congratulations. Wow. This is why
So
Success
congrats
took
to
off.
you all, because y'all did it. Those numbers are all you. Thumbprint news. So of course, as Alex had went over, University Week. The only difference is that I have the date for the University Week in here. So the first one is the winter cohort, which is March 7th and 14th. So you will notice that they're on Saturday, and you will notice that they are 9 to 3. So they will all be the same hours, same structure. And then a 30-minute lunch will be provided on site. This will be in person, hands-on, computer on deck, doing things in real time. So we are super, 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 super excited about our University Week 2026. So there will be 3 cohorts: March, June 6th and 13th, and then October 17th and 24th. And then, of course, the 3 Ps: wealth brokerage, plan, purchase, and protect. The Thumbprint Lifestyle membership are the partnerships that Alex was describing, and that is the current name that we're giving it right now, the Thumbprint Lifestyle membership. And then the only thing I don't think Alex mentioned was the first and second home buyers virtual classes that we did send out an email asking for hosts participation. Alex, you want to share more about that?
Yeah, definitely. So moving forward, we are really focusing on supporting you. All right. What I realized in 2025, it's easy for me to say you should create content. But when we talking about that third C, that creativity, how God made you and a gift that God has given you, that might not be you. Right? You might be the person that's just super organized. When I get a deal, I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna be organized. This is what I do. So what we want to do as a brokerage is to support you or support your weaknesses. And where I believe where we come in at and we do very well is the marketing, is being creative. So we want to do a lot of that for you. With that being said, we are going to start hosting seminars where we will promote, we will do all the marketing, we will do the push with you. But guess what? A lot of you going to host these seminars yourselves or together. But we got your back. We want to make sure the seats are filled, right? What we will do is we'll take say it's four of you are hosting a seminar. Everyone that sign up and they want to move forward, our plan is to get them pre-approved. Once we get them pre-approved, 20% goes here, 20% goes there, 20% goes there, 20% goes there. And everyone eat point blank. The people that's putting the seminar together, and then also 20% will go back to the brokerage for referrals. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. And we are going to put together a lot of seminars. I am excited for the second time homebuyer seminar. I never seen a second time homebuyer seminar, but this is where we are going to get the sellers. We'll talk about first, second time home buyer. Yo, Jess, come through. Jess, you need to talk about rentals. Hit them with rentals, hit them with lease, hit them with the. Then we get a attorney. Attorney, we need to talk about the we need to talk about rental, I mean, tenant and landlord rights, right? So we want to create a list of sellers. This is how we're gonna get them, right? First time home buyer class, second time home buyer class, NACA 203K. We could make one seminar. Yo, Shantae, you teaching this, Deja, you teaching this, Taylor, you teaching this, Joe, you teaching this, Katia, you teaching this, and just the list goes on. And just make it one huge seminar where we fill the place, but at least everyone involved is getting 2 to 3 agents ready to go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited.
Boom, boom. So yeah, a few of you have already responded and volunteering because we are looking for up to 4 hosts per class, and they will be virtual to start. But I believe the goal is to be in person.
Correct. I really think I think people's missing in person. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think. I think AIs cannot replace the experience of the atmosphere, the energy in the room. I mean, look at we just do the biggest real estate wealth party of the year. That energy was just a magnificent. AI can't replace that. And I think we need to have that same energy when we talk about seminars and get people excited to buy or sell homes with us. And we really need to push that. Really need to push that.
Numbers. Um, Agent dues reminder. So of course, 2025 is wrapped up and done. So any monthly past dues will be billed in a one-time invoice. For those of you for your 2026 annual dues, those of you on the annual plan already have your own date, right, to when your dues are owed. So you should get an automated reminder for those, and I will be reviewing those as well. And new agents, a reminder that if you are in your first year, that is when your monthly plan is eligible, and then after that, you will automatically be switched to the annual plan on your 1 year anniversary. And 2025, I have never seen more checks bounce for Thumbprint than I have in my entire time of being here since 2019. So that is why we made the decision to no longer accept personal checks, cashier, bank checks, or money orders for guaranteed funds. If you are going to accept a check, and then of course we still have and leverage Earnest for our electronic payment acceptance. Earnest money deposit and PNS funds. Our December activity for 2025, we ended the year with 11 sales and 1 rental. That brought us to 154 to date, and 90 rentals to date. Our goal for 2025 for rentals was 175, and our goal for sales was 200. Now, we were definitely a lot closer to the sales goal than we were for the rentals goal. We only had 46 to reach to crush the 2025 sales goal, but the rentals was quite a distance away with 85. So since we did not crush those numbers, of course, those will be our numbers for 2026. 2026 goals, 200 sales and 175 rentals. Does that still sound good?
Yeah, and I just want to add one, I have a great plan for the rentals that it's going to increase our rentals, quality rentals. And then also with the sales, we didn't reach our goal, but it's not acceptable at all. And one thing that I've noticed we've done bigger deals. So we didn't reach the number of closings, and maybe we should not focus on the number of closings, but we should focus on the volume, because the sale volume is way more important to close. Because if we all close 300 deals, but they all worth 100,000, that's not better than the 100, going over 100 million in sales.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Let me make sure I did the math. I'm just saying the commission is not better, right? You are actually getting less commission if we do it that way. So we really want to focus on the closings, but we also want to focus on the sales. So in 2025, we did amazing in the volume. We didn't do amazing in total transaction, but our numbers went up.
Exactly. Mhm. Upcoming events. Sorry. Upcoming events. So we do not have any confirmed scheduled events as of right now. The next one is, of course, the to be announced media day for 2027. Since we had one 2025, there won't be one this year, but we will have that scheduled for early 2027. And then for Thumbprint Cares, our nonprofit sister arm, we have our 2026 backpack drive, which already has a date. That is August 1st, from 11 to 2 at Codman Square Park, our original location.
One thing I want to add though,
Oh yeah, and then this is the market
sure,
update with you guys.
yep, for sure, we don't have media day, but that doesn't mean we will not be shooting some media, some
Oh,
social,
exactly.
some
Exactly.
content. I just want to we have a huge video dropping right after gem drop, and we're about to set the tone. We're going the market. It's a wrap. That's all I'm going to say. But again, we are focusing on supporting your creativity, and really coming up with ideas to make sure your brand is seen. I'm telling you, you're gonna see a different type of support, um, getting you out to the market. So all right, market update. I mean, we kind of already did the market update. Is there any questions you have about the market 2025, this market, um, or any tips you want to give? Anyone?
Mm, mm, mm. Gonna call on
What was
What
your
was
names.
you saying,
question?
Alex? You said, what's any tips you want to give? You said for the
Yeah,
market?
or any questions you have for 2025 or 2026, or any tips you want to give for 2026.
I say this. I say if folks have stagnant buyers who have been looking for a while, please do not shy away from listings that are sitting on the market. I think being able to tour properties that may have some of the checklist items that your buyers are looking for, use that as leverage to be able to negotiate, use that as a negotiating tactic. Especially for buyers that's been looking for a little while. You know, sometimes we shy away from listings because they've been sitting in the market for 50, 60, 70 days, not really asking the right questions, not really understanding why those homes have been sitting on the market. It could be because they're overpriced. It could be for reasons that may not impact your buyer, or your buyer might have more flexibility than you thought. I know a lot of agents, including myself, have been able to secure a lot of accepted offers at the end of the year due to being in home sitting on the market and sellers being a lot more motivated. So use that to your advantage. Use that as an opportunity to up price homes that your buyer may not have thought they would be qualified for, but then end up negotiating and getting it for 30, 40, maybe even $50,000 under asking. Now they're able to play ball, right? So if your buyer's pre-approved for 500,000, but there's a home that's been sitting on the market for 530 or 540 for 60, 70 days, they may be able to negotiate. And you'll still be able to get sellers concessions for your buyers to help them to put money towards their closing costs, right? So these are some really helpful tactics that you can use to your advantage to put your buyer in a position to be able to negotiate, to be able to go into the open market and secure a home. So, I think sometimes agents overlook that because they're so focused on newer listings, they're so focused on turnkey homes that they're leaving a lot of money on the table, they're leaving a lot of opportunity on the table. So that's just one thing that I've seen, that there's a lot more options for buyers when it comes to, inventory. And, we as agents need to be more diligent into asking the right questions, going into these homes, touring these homes with our buyers to expand their mind. So if that's a tip that I have to provide, I think that's something that we should look into.
Thank you, Joanna. That's actually a real good tip. Real good tip. These homes are sitting on the market for a reason. Sometimes the entry, and this is why it's very important when we list these homes that we don't go too high, and we stay in control of the transactions and don't allow our clients to control the transaction, or else your home will be sitting there and then you get these lowball offers because the momentum is gone. So it's very important to price right. EJ?
Yeah, to second that, I implemented that this winter. All my buyer search criteria when I'm looking, I upped it by like 30 or 40,000. And some of these places were sitting for like 90 days. And I'm like, we can still go after that. So I definitely agree with that point.
Thank you, Joanna. Any other questions? I know, again, we went over this. I think we have, we have a real good plan about what happened in 2025, who sold the most, who bought the most, the age range, sex, everything. You have everything to create your plan for 2026. Any other questions at all? All right, we can move forward.
Agents of the month for December, starting with our rental expert of the month for December. Sis, our good sis came out swinging.
Oh my God, you just gave it up. Go ahead.
Our good sis came out swinging.
Any guess? I know that was. She said sis, and I was like, well,
What is this? Oh, it's an AI note taker.
all right. Everyone's saying Jessica.
Period. And our residential rental expert for the month of December is Miss Jessica Morrison. Excuse me. Is
Jessica,
she
come to
still on this call?
I'm still here. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone who helped and supported. I definitely can't do this alone. And I'm appreciative. One thing I've always put in my mind is ABC, always be closing. So whether it's 1 or 3, I'm gonna always be closing.
Hey, I love that. Always be closing. Congrats.
congrats, and we are proud of you. Really taking this rental to another level and just finding your lane and just saying, you know what, um, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to structure it. I mean, you put a plan together. You put a training together. You also um, closing fast and you're educating yourself about the market. So we're just proud of you, Jessica. And yeah, we're just proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
Keep growing. Our residential sales agent of the month is an agent who, I guess technically is, as of 2026, no longer with us.
Uh,
But She's
I think
moving
that's
on.
it. Jesus, Weezus.
That's
I
it.
think.
She's moving on.
Well, now we know the angels. No,
How would anyone know if there's multiple agents who left for the month of December?
all right. So go ahead, Angel. Everyone say Angel. So
Period.
so shout out. Drop a 7 for Angel. Angel moved on. She opened her own brokerage. Um, so drop a 7 for Angel. Um, she told me this. I want to say 3 to 4 months ago. I was super excited for her, and she passed the test. She moved on, and she's doing her thing. Um, since we talking about people that left, Carrie decided to focus on Texas, in Texas, be 100% Texas, and no longer do real estate in Massachusetts. And Jeff want to be full commercial. Um, so he decided to go to a full commercial brokerage. He want to do commercial. He want to focus on commercial. He want to grow commercial. Um, and am I forgetting anyone else?
We had a new agent who came in and went Carcel for 2025.
Yep. Oh yeah, went with Jeff. Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
correct.
Jeff brought him in, and he went with Jeff. Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Um,
And kaboom. So, with that, January 2026, New Year, who dis? What is one activity that you will commit to this month in order to grow your business?
come on. I want to hear everyone. And one plug I just want to give. Charles, you still there? Do you mind if you want to write it? Do you mind just telling everybody the type of services that you offer? Charles has been a tremendous help when we talk about HVAC, servicing the machines, ductwork, just cleaning the machines, and this is what he does for a living. He went to school for this. He's certified the whole 10. Um, I definitely think we should utilize him a lot more. So, again, Chuck, if you could write or speak about the services you offer, that'd be great. Every client that I refer, they're like, yeah, we love him. Yep, everything's fixed. Yep, perfect. Thank you so much. So he just wrote it. So I just think it's very important. Again, I know a lot of you don't talk about yourself or promote yourself. So I think it's very important that you know we know what our colleagues are doing and what they are great at.
I was just going to ask that, Charles. He wrote, I provide HVAC servicing, including repair and PM. And I was going to be like, what is PM? Preventative maintenance. Okay.
All right. So, all right. Talk to me about the activities. Come on.
We heard a little bit of your goals, right? So with the goals that you guys have shared, what is the activity that you're going to do this month to really go hard and get you closer to that goal?
Charlton, can you just get off mute and just tell us?
Yes, so my goal is to find a way to ask 5 people or text 5 people a day, hey, are you looking for a home? Are you looking to sell? Are you looking for to rent? Or do you know anyone? That's my goal every day. It's either I find someone face to face, I text or call. I have other avenues, but this is something that I know it would take me, it would take discipline to actually do it on a checklist daily. So that's why I want to focus on that one because if I'm going to speak to someone, I always tell myself, if I speak to you, you're going to know all that I do, right? But if I'm at home, there's nobody in front of me. It's going to take discipline and making sure that I take the time and do the checklist. So five texts or calls a day.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. And that obviously that's just from your contact, right?
Yeah, contact, DMs, whatever it may be. Yes, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Yes.
Perfect. All right. Anyone else?
Yes, it's Waukesha. I'll go. So since becoming unemployed, I have accumulated about 10 people on that have reached out to me, just kind of inquiring about the process, wanting to meet with get with lenders and that sort of thing. And so for me, my focus is to really have some solid touch points with these individuals to kind of see, where they are, what their goals are, how I can help to facilitate them reaching their goals.
Okay. Okay. Um, and I guess this is what we're talking about next week, correct?
Yes, part of it. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because the bee smells the honey, right? It's kind of like where the honey. It is. The senses just go off, right? Almost like animals when they smell food. You can't leave food out outside because the raccoons are gonna come. They just smell the food, like, oh, whoa, who had a party here? They smell the food. Waukesha, what are you gonna do for your clients to smell you to say, whoa, Waukesha is saying something. She said something. She's advertising. I need to go over here to Waukesha. I need to see what's going on over here and check what Waukesha is doing.
That's a great question. I mean, for me, I guess as I'm processing your question, I'm thinking
Okay.
I need to get with them to really know where their heads are at.
No, I already told you where everyone heads are. I already told you the gender. I told you they marry. I told you what age they are. You don't have to get with anyone. They need to get with you.
So you're saying I need to put myself out there more in terms of the marketing aspect to kind of speak to where they are.
Correct. What do you want to talk about?
In terms of my focus?
Mm-hmm.
I was speaking with EJ the other day. I really want to focus on, and we've talked about this, single women, but single women and moms, but professionals
Okay.
that are much like who I was when I was looking to buy. I feel like I could speak to that more and more confidently and more passionately because I was there. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay. And what's stopping you?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess not really knowing where to begin, I guess. But my focus at the onset is systems and then creating the content to push out from there. Because I feel like my business is all over the place. I don't feel like I have a set system, right? So if someone reaches out to me, okay, I talk with him, I get some info, then what, right? So just having those systems in place, so when the business does ramp up, it's runs like a well-oiled machine. And I know I'm going into different focuses right now, but
Nope. You definitely want a system, hands down. You already have a system though. That's the crazy part. You just don't realize you have a system. You have a very expensive CRM. That's number one. You have valuable people around you. That's number two. And God is with you. That should have been number one. But you have the system. So you're telling me if I come to you and say, "Hey, Waukesha, I want to purchase a home," you're saying I don't know what to do next. No, you
I
going to say, "Hey, let's do this buyer questionnaire." The buyer
right.
questionnaire will tell me exactly which lender I need to send you to. But you could say, "All right, Alex, well, I don't know which lenders to go to." All right, no problem. Waukesha, you could pick anyone in the brokerage and go through your buyer questionnaire. I guarantee you, the agents and brokers will tell you exactly who to go to, just based on the buyer questionnaire. Like, oh, their price range is this. Okay,
Mhm.
their credit is this. All right, this is how much they make. Oh, this is the perfect person. Oh, this is the location they want to purchase. This is the type of home they want to purchase. Oh, this is the perfect lender. So go ahead with your next issue or problem, roadblock.
Those are the top two.
Yeah.
The system and then the content to promote and market.
Forget about the content. Forget about the perfect content, right? Because I think a lot of us want everything to be perfect, and you don't get it perfect, and you don't put it out, right?
Right.
What about just talking? What about just posting something? The other day I post 30, the last few weeks I've been posting just to kind of check the temperature, see what they really want from me in 2026. So I went positive, motivation, inspiration, and then the other day I post you could give me basically you could spend 35,000 for 1 million, and that
I
did
saw
very
that.
well. It's just it's won't you just write a post? Let's see what they even want from Waukesha. If you don't feel comfortable doing a video, going live, write something, hide behind your words.
Okay.
Do something though. You can't just do nothing. That can't be acceptable for your standards.
Yes.
All right. So just write something, hang up today and say, you know what? I'm going to write 3 topics and I'm just going to put it on social media. And the good thing about the topics, all you need is a hook. If you were talking about single women, I just told you single women are buying more homes than single men. You just seen those stats. That's an easy stat. So, what age? How much money they're making? Right? Tell your story. I am a single woman, but that doesn't mean I can't chase my goals. That doesn't mean I can't be financially secure. I'm going to be financially secure. At this moment, I'm a single woman, but even if I was in a marriage or with someone, I still need to take care of myself financially. Just tell your story. Some people going a lot of people might hit that like button, comment,
Mhm.
and now you understand. Oh, this is what they want to hear. But doing nothing, you can't even read anybody's comment
Right.
if you don't post. And then now you understand what they want to hear. Now you could just follow up with a nice video, a nice hook. I think that's a
Mhm.
great market. Of course, mortgage before marriage. I love that market. I think we should. No one is talking about finances and emotions, right? And also
Right.
this thing called love. And it's three
Mhm.
different things, and we just bunched them all together, and that's unfair. Doesn't make sense. So I think you got something. You just gotta write it down and see what the clients and what the atmosphere wants from you, which is basically what you tell them you're gonna talk about. To be
That's
honest with you.
yeah.
All right,
This is the thank you.
no problem. Anyone else?
I'll go, Alex. So definitely, we talked about this a little bit, but making a huge push on social media. So just some tangible goals. Like I want to post on my story every single day. I'm gonna do 4 posts or reels per week, 2 networking events per month, and of course, I want to just put out there health is wealth, wealth is health, and I've kind of have a little niche, but I really want to help men in their 30s and 40s become millionaires, $1 million wealth, $1 million health. So, how many millionaires do you know that have a six pack as well? So, I want to push fitness, I want to push finances. Health is wealth, wealth is health. Getting wealth the healthy way. Let's get it.
Hey, healthy wealth. You know what time it is? Healthy wealth in the building. Yes. Let's go. Joe, you and I spoke about this. It's a no-brainer. You have the I want to try to say this without feeling uncomfortable. Actually, I don't feel uncomfortable. You have the body to prove that you are focused on your health. And of course, the purchases that you've been making in the last year alone, you have the resume that you've been focused on your finances as well. Um, So this year, I know is going to be the biggest year on social media for you, and it's going to take your business to another level. Because one thing about health, you can't lie, you can't hide. It's no AI going to give you a six pack in person. You can't. It's just impossible, right? It's like your body's your resume, and that's that. So the fact that someone look at you, they will look at you and say, "Yeah, he works hard." I don't know how he sound. I don't know who he is, but just looking at that man work hard, he's determined, he's consistent, he cares about his body, all of that before you even speak to them. So let's go. Congratulations, big dog. Anyone else?
I'll jump in, Alex. So social media is, I struggle with social media, I struggle with content, but I'm making it a priority. Like, I have a photo shoot set up for this month, but I'm also hiring a virtual assistant that just kind of will get that stuff done for me, because that is just not my thing. And I'm like, you know what, since it's not my thing, I'm like, I could have, I'm more behind the scenes. So I'm like, I can have a virtual assistant helping me out doing that stuff. And I think that will take a little bit of stress off of me, for me to really put myself out there. So that's like my priority for the month.
Okay, congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations. And I'm happy that you got the assistance as well. But I also want to add, Patrice, man, you P, you good. Like you good. You know that, right?
Oh, I know.
P, you don't do a photo shoot and be like, I don't like 500. You did 500 edit shots. Yeah, I only like none of them. Like, come on, P. P, Jesus Christ. P,
I'm being real strategic. I've been picking D4's brain, so I'm being real strategic, because I'm like, I will take 100 photo shoots and be like, yeah, no. So I'm really intentional um about what I do next.
oh. And I'm like, yo, that's perfect. That's perfect. Nah, I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how I blinked. I'm like, what? Yeah, you should only blink one time per minute. I blink 3 times per minute. You don't see that? What? Yo, what is going on? Yo,
I
yo,
got I'm getting out my own way. 2026, I
gotta get
am
out your
getting
own
out of
way.
my own way. So
The, the funny thing is, Waukesha is looking for the old you. Right? You are a landlord. You purchase homes young. You was on your focus real early. You're single. She's looking for you, right? And so you accomplished so many things already at a young age when we talk about real estate, but you're not even talking about it. And that's the saddest thing. Hey, you have a beautiful dog that you love. You don't even market your dog with you. It's just you have so many things that you could really market to really create this lane for just you, but you're just
yeah.
getting in your own way. You're like, nah, I'm just gonna get in my own way. It feels better just to say I want to do something and not do it.
Thank you. Thank you for, thank you for highlighting that. But that is something that like when you talk about my past, like just owning and like my Airbnb, I'm like, I need to put that stuff out there. So like that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to, hopefully I could teach one of the second home buyer courses, because I'm like, I do have a lot of that knowledge, but I need to be putting myself out there. Like I really need to get out of my own way and really put myself out there, because I feel like I'm one of those people like, yeah, you catch me one on one. I'm like, yeah, I could talk to you all day long. But I'm like, people don't know that if they don't catch me one on one, because Alex. um, but like unless I put myself out there, so like I'm gonna really make that a priority in 2026. Just really put myself out there, just to really in general, just educate and just really kind of guide people moving forward. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Anyone else?
All right. So for me, 2026, this month, first thing I'm going to do is work on doing the seminars. I've been looking at Shantae seminars, and that's something I want to implement. So once a month, that's something I definitely plan on doing. So I'm gonna reach out to Shantae to discuss a little bit about how she do it, how she set it up. And that's gonna be one of my focuses because I realized social media, I have to work on that for sure, but I'm more of an in-person type of connection. So that's my main focus for 2025, 2026. My bad. So that's my first goal for this month. Get my first one going.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And y- you're more of a in person. That's not. I'm just saying that's not where the world is. You just that's like saying you're more of a blockbuster person.
That is true. That's not where the world is. But as you were saying that as Patrice was just saying about like the social media thing, I'm definitely going to be posting more. I'm gonna reach out to someone who I know does it and see what I could get like some help with for sure. But I want to do that in-person connection. Like as you're saying, AI could never take away that in-person touch.
They can't. Yeah, they can't.
And that's what I'm pretty strong at. So I want to focus on that.
Randy, I'm just because I won't be honest. I'm always honest. You just remember you had great opportunities, which I gave you, and you also had a great client, a few of them. You gotta close them, Randy. So you can say, "Hey, this is the problem, that's the problem," but you keep walking down this road and success is right in front of you, and then you come back and say, I need to do something else. You walk down another road. Oh, success is right in front of you, and then you come back and do something else. And it's just you gotta just close the deal. No blocks, just close the damn deal. Forget about what Shantae doing. You have opportunities right in front of you. Why are you turning around? See what Shantae's doing in her lane and say, hey, now I want to go in your lane. Which is I'm not saying is a bad thing. What's a bad thing that you're not closing your lane? If you was closing your lane and said, "Yo, I want to improve my lane," I'm going to see if Shantae could look at my lane and give me pointers instead of abandoning my lane and going in Shantae's lane.
Got it.
You
Got
sure
it.
you got it?
Yeah, got it.
Because I'm just saying you have these opportunities. I don't understand why you just not just I'm about to take advantage of it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Somerville, I gave you opportunities. Some of it I can't. Somerville is such a real. Somerville is a good freaking market, a good market. And I believe if you just focus a little bit more on Somerville, more postcards, more meetings, going to the YMCA, going to the free gyms in that neighborhood, going to the to the neighborhood meetups, the neighborhood meetings. You could have took over. Reverting to what Shantae's doing, I'm just saying. I just feel like you have so much knowledge and you have consistency. I see that you have to when you put your mind to something. Like I'm looking at your weight loss. When you put your mind to something, you're going to do it. I just can't wait until you put your mind to real estate.
Got it. Got it. Close the lane. Close the lane.
Close it. You have the clients you have are great. They have great. What's the the woman's credit score? The older woman that you helping?
Yeah.
What's her credit score?
727.
727. All right, cool. Do you have any issues financially with her credit score or her
No.
pre-approval?
The only issue I have with her is her pickiness. That's it.
I'm picking it.
That's it. That's it.
You know what picky? Sometimes people are picky until a real good agent put them in their place. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we need to do to close the deal. You want this, 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 this. And I'm not saying you didn't do that, but I'm just saying that's just minor. What's hard, you could and drop a 7 if you someone call you and say they want to buy a house, and then you get so excited, you send them to a lender, and the lender's like, yeah, they can't buy nothing. Their credit score is at 500, or their debt to income is this high, or they have no money, or they're not even paying their bills now. Drop a 7, that happened to you all. Randy, see all these sevens? That doesn't happen to you.
Yeah.
Why are you turning around and say, I'm going to do something else? You're in Somerville, bro. What is happening right now? This is where I'm going to show you something else. And we're going to end this at this 9:51. We're going to end this real soon. Drop a 7 if you want to sell in Somerville, Medford, Malden. It's you're there. I'm trying to understand why are you coming back? My mind is just blown right now that you said that. I just want to throw a chair somewhere. If I wasn't in my home and I was I wouldn't do that at your home either. I want to throw a chair somewhere. I just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm talking to you as a leader, bro.
Yeah.
You really
Sure.
need to hone in and be like, look, this is what I'm doing. I deserve this. My children deserve this. My wife deserves this. My God deserve this. Like he's giving you these ideas. He's giving you the strength to do something. Just complete the mission. Complete the mission. A lot of people in the industry will love to be in a position to have these clients that's ready to go in these particular areas. They will not say, abort mission. Let me go do something else. Complete the mission. Reach out to your clients. Get to know them a little bit better. Get to know their friends. A lot of times, people with good credit score and good financial habits hang around others with the same habits.
True. Very true.
Let's go.
Complete mission. Let's do it.
Complete the mission. Anyone else? Let's do one more before we go.
My focus is just to really network more, to expand my network, just in terms of people, my social media. Um, that's what I'm gonna work on, and then following up with some clients that I had in 2025 because I did have a few as well that were not pre-approved. So just following up with those.
Kaboom, kaboom, let's go. And also the ones you close. Like, I know that. Hey, how you doing? It's stay on top of mind. Amazon is on top of mind. It's easy to get Amazon. It's easy to get an Uber. They made it so easy for you to spend their money, but we make it so hard for clients to remember us because we don't reach out. We don't stay on top of mind. And this is why the member life, the thumbprint lifestyle is so important because now we on top of mind. Like, oh man, I got this all with, just using thumbprint. And by the end of this quarter, we're going to add 10 more local businesses to the membership. So it's almost everywhere they go. There's just like, discount here, discount there, discount there. It's a no-brainer, top of mind. Who gave me this discount? Tanisha. They're not gonna say Alex E. Edwards. They're gonna say Tanisha gave me this discount because I was with Tanisha, because I was with Emmanuel. I got this. They're not going to say Alex E. Edwards. Like I'm not even on their mind. You're on their mind. And I'm going to always say this. I'm not stupid. I understand the reason why Thumbprint is successful is because of you. Because of you. Without you, Thumbprint will not be successful. Your client know you. They're not going to say Alex was amazing. They are going to say Joe was amazing. And that's facts. Taina, you had your hand up?
I was just gonna say partnerships. I enjoyed the partnerships that I had last year, and I want to increase those within the brokerage.
Kaboom, kaboom. So partnerships. So this like kind of partnerships that's going to um improve your weaknesses or is going to take,
Yeah.
add okay to your strengths. Okay, cool.
For instance, like I worked with Jess this year, last year on a rental, just to bolster my rental, abilities, and that was amazing. And I just want to do more of that.
Okay, let's go. Kaboom. Let's go. Let's go. Um, And then Mac, you had your hand, and that's all. Mac, you wanted to say something? You came off of mute. All right, maybe that was an accident. All right. For the very first time in 2026. 2026. We've completed Gem Drop. And before we go, I just gotta say, Thumbprint Confessions dropped today. Thumbprint Confessions dropped today. Probably one of the most honestly, I think it's one of the best things we ever created. And I'll tell you why. This is an opportunity for every single agent to show their personality and to show the world the grit and determination you have. I I have to divide and conquer. So I've been putting groups together in a brokerage so I can explain Thumbprint Confessions. I have two more groups to create so I can explain Thumbprint Confessions, but also I can get a date for the groups to shoot. This is totally on me. Don't have to pay anything. All you have to do is tell us two stories. How did you get this deal to close? What product did you use? How difficult it was? What kind of clients you was working with? Why didn't you give up? That's it. In front of a camera. That's it. What I realized with real estate, everyone says I closed 3 transactions. Okay. How did you close the 3 transactions? What product? What your clients was going through? This gives you the viewers the opportunity to say, wait a minute, I'm in that same position, that same predicament. And we shot already 9 episodes. I already shot 9 episodes. Sorry, I apologize. 18 episodes. 18. So this is a real good opportunity to show your personality, to show who you are, and you don't have to pay for marketing. You don't have to pay for the shoot. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. All I ask is when we collab with you, you push it as well. When we send you your marketing, you push it as well. And guess what? If you say, hey, I want to talk about this or I want to shoot this way, all right, let's make it happen. But this is a great opportunity to show the world who you are and how you get deals closed. Don't think, oh yeah, no, so I'm gonna tell people what I do and they're gonna copy. Come on, let's be honest. A lot of people know how to lose weight. They're not copying. They're not going to the gym. They're not calling Joe saying, "Let me copy you, bro." Like they're not going to do it. Trust me. A lot of people know how to make money, but they're not doing it. The thing is, this what's going to happen. They're going to say, "I want to work with that person. I want to be mentored by that person. I want to be close to that person. I want to introduce my friends to that person. I'm going to send this to my friend that need help because I know a friend that's in that same predicament to that person." That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So as soon as I hang up, you will see the first trailer of Thumbprint Confessions. And I'm so excited about this opportunity and this journey that we are about to go on. And again, this is everyone involved. Everyone. So if you didn't close yet, go close something. If you're doing rentals, guess what? You're involved as well. You're involved as well. But this is a great opportunity for everyone. Quality content that you can push out your brand. And these are your stories, one chair, one agent, one story at a time. I'm excited. So I just want to know who's ready for Thumbprint Confessions, who's ready to confess, um, and who's ready to show the world who they are as an agent, because there's different levels to this. And some of you all work so hard to get the deal done, and we don't even know what you're doing. We don't even know what's going on. And the sad thing, we don't even know that you can help us. So drop a 7 if you're ready. Drop a 7 if you're ready. And please make sure you share, you push what I'm about to drop right after Gem Drop. Please make sure you push, you share, like do anything possible. We want to go viral. This is how we're opening up the year. We're gonna talk about the numbers later. We'll do that later. But let's talk about this Thumbprint series. I want to say it again. Every single agent, not one single agent will be left out. Not one. And I'm so excited about this. Not one. Not one person. Not one person. So if someone say, "Yo, I didn't get an invite," or "I didn't do this," no, 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 no. Tell them you're lying. Did you hit him up? Did you talk to him? Did you tell them you have a confession? Did you do anything? Don't blame it on them. It's you. This is your series. This is your opportunity to again show the world who you are. We woke up today. We all have 24 hours. I don't know. I don't know why you woke up, but it's up to you to figure that out. Until then, enjoy your weekend. See ya.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings.
No problem. No problem. Have a nice day.